Arkesh suddenly reached down and took the phone from Kiara, without even giving her a moment to think. Pulling a chair and sitting next to her, he picked up his phone and dialed the number on which he received the message, looking at Kiara as well. As soon as the call was connected from Akesh's phone to the other phone, Arkesh saw his phone number recorded in Kiara's phone, and he looked at Kiara with a smile.
She was just a girl, quiet, kind, and a little lost in a world that never quite understood her heart. Kiara had always felt different, as if the stars whispered secrets only she could hear. She never believed in magic until it found her, until he found her. This is the beginning of a story written not in ink, but in emotions, where every heartbeat carries a secret and every glance could be fate unfolding. This is the story of Kiara.
Kiara, Episode 8. Saranga came and resumed teaching, but Kiara's mind was a mess. She looked at Arkesh a couple of times, but realized that he was not looking at her on purpose. Kiara thought that she should talk to him even after the class was over, but Arkesh left shortly after, filling Kiara's heart with more sadness. I was going to talk to Arkesh, Vidu, Kiara said sadly as she watched Arkesh leave. It's too late, girl. Shall we ask Pawan for his phone number? Will he give it to us? If you ask Kiara, he will give it. Anyways, all these problems arose because of him. While one or two students were leaving, Kiara went to Pawan. Hey, can you give me Akesh's phone number, Pawan? Arkesh usually doesn't like to give out his number to girls, but he won't mind if I give it to you. Sorry, Kiara, about what happened this morning. I really don't have a break in my mouth. Arkesh scolded me a lot. Now it's over, Pawan, Kiara said, because she knew that he didn't do it intentionally. After getting Akesh's phone number, Kiara wondered whether she should call him or not, wondering what she had said. Finally, she came to the bedroom after having dinner and called Arkesh 2 or 3 times, but he did not answer the phone. Finally, she went to bed thinking that she should meet him tomorrow and somehow tell him the truth. Kiara was able to sleep like that, but Arkesh was unable to sleep. Arkesh was at a loss as he heard something from Kiara that he never expected. On the one hand, Arkesh thought it might be a lie from Kiara, but it bothered Arkesh at the end. Arkesh tried to sleep thinking that Kiara belongs to me and woke up the next day after a very long night. Unlike what Kiara expected, she didn't get a chance to talk to Arkesh the next day because he came just before the class started and left as soon as it was over. Kiara felt very sad that she missed him even during the break. She even thought that Arkesh would never talk to her again. Kiara felt unbearable sadness thinking that even after 2 days, Arkesh did not look at her even once. But Kiara didn't know that Arkesh was paying attention to all these gestures of hers. Arkesh was not happy even though he had deliberately avoided Kiara. Jude, Arkesh, at least stop fighting now. Can't you see that Kiara is quite upset? Sahan, who knew all the details, said, because he knew that not only Kiara but also Arkesh was suffering mentally, as the use of mobile phones was prohibited during teaching activities in the class. The students had kept their phones on silent, and Akesh's phone showed a light indicating that he had received a message. So he took the phone and checked it. Astounded by what was written in the message, he showed it to Sahan. Saranga stopped the lesson to write something, and Kiara quickly took the phone and wrote, "My anger has died down, but are you still angry?" and sent it to Arkesh and showed it to Vidyusara. Arkesh, who didn't know Kiara's phone number, got upset when he read it, and the two friends burst out laughing. As the break came, Kiara and Vidyusara, who entered the restaurant smiling, remembering the incident, found it difficult to look at Arkesh and saw that he was still holding the phone. "Kiara, you also do some weird stuff once in a while," said Vidyusara. "Hey idiot, speak softly. If somebody hears me, I'm done for. Seeing not only Sahan but also Callum and Pawan taking Akesh's phone, Kiara got scared about what would happen if he found out that she had asked Pawan for Akesh's phone. Suddenly, Pawan said something close to Akesh's ear, and immediately he looked at her. Kiara's chest began to beat at an unusual speed. At this time, Akesh called the number on his phone 2 or 3 times, but no one responded. Akesh suddenly got up from the chair and came to Kiara. "Where is the phone?" asked. Kiara, who found it difficult to speak, waited quietly for a moment and asked, "Why do you need my phone?" asked with a trembling voice. "Give it to me for a bit." Kiara looked at Vidusara, but she shrugged her shoulders and showed that she had nothing to do. So Kiara curled her phone further in her hand to hide it from Akesh. Akesh suddenly reached down and took the phone from Kiara, without even giving her a moment to think. Pulling a chair and sitting next to her, he picked up his phone and dialed the number on which he received the message, looking at Kiara as well. As soon as the call was connected from Akesh's phone to the other phone, Akesh saw his phone number recorded in Kiara's phone, and he looked at Kiara with a smile. Seeing Kiara blush, Akesh wanted to kiss her, but only said, "I wasn't angry. I just felt sad." He handed the phone back to her and went back to his friends with a smile on his face. Seeing Akesh's smile, the friends realized that the message was from Kiara's phone. Filled with embarrassment, Kiara immediately left the cafeteria with Vidusara, and only stopped when she got to the classroom. "I knew that this would happen very soon. It doesn't matter if your face is red like a rose apple now." Kiara, who had nothing to say, slammed her head on the table, thinking that she had never been so embarrassed in her life. At the same time, it was noted that her message was received on the phone, and it was written as Jambugadia, which meant rose apple. Kiara, who was impatient until the class ended, left as soon as she saw Saranga exit the class, and dragged Vidusara along with her and got into the parked car. Harsha had come to pick her up, but Kiara thought he must have gone to meet Saranga, as he was nowhere to be seen. Even after going home, Kiara kept remembering what happened today. She ate without much conversation at the dinner table and came to the bedroom as soon as possible because she wanted to be alone. She went to bed with a book to read, but later she felt bored. Laying down on the bed and closing her eyes, Kiara thought about how she would face her classmates tomorrow. At the same time, she noticed a message on her phone and she looked at it. Kiara smiled when she saw the message that read, "Good night, Rose Apple," and she also replied, "Good night." After that, the phone was silent for a long time, and she went to sleep thinking that he wouldn't cause much trouble tonight. When Kiara woke up the next day, she saw that her father and grandpa were discussing something, and Kiara went to her mother and asked, "What is MOM? Two brothers planning early in the morning?" she asked. Knowing her daughters well, Gayanti said, "Sudu, are you trying to make fun of me early in the morning?" She asked, "Those are two brothers. Why don't you go and ask them yourself? I don't know if they are planning to marry you soon." "Oh, MOM. Are you trying to scare me early in the morning? Look at this. My chest is also pounding," Kiara said, taking her mother's hand and placing it on her chest. After going to the kitchen and drinking a glass of water, Kiara went to her father and asked, "What are you and your brother planning this morning?" She asked, looking at father and uncle in turn. "We were just talking about arranging Harsha's wedding." Kiara was very happy to hear that. "Wow, that's great. Did Manori come to Sri Lanka then?" "Not yet, Sudu. She will be here in about 2 or 3 weeks' time." "By then, I thought to finish the arrangements for the wedding. Then will Manori be living with us?" Yes. Hurry up and get ready, children. I'm going out now." "I can drop you at the class on my way," said Sanaka as he took the cup of tea brought by Gayanti. Seeing her friend enter the class with a smiling face, Vidusara said, Something has definitely happened today. Why didn't the boy let you sleep last night? What boy? Who else but Arkesh? Now that he has the phone number, I thought he was up till late messaging you. Oh, no, Vidhu. He didn't bother me like that. Just sent a message saying good night. Then the boy is better than expected. I thought he wouldn't have allowed you to sleep. Now, tell me why you are so happy. Harsha's wedding is in 2 or 3 months. That's it. After him, little brother is next. Then more members will be added to our family. Yes, yes. When the crowd is increasing and it is about to overflow, you will have to go to another house. Don't tell sad stories in the morning. How can that be a sad story? And even if you feel sad, you cannot change the truth. Okay, let's celebrate happiness and postpone going to see that house tomorrow. Why is that? You want me to somehow stop going on that trip, don't you? No, Kiara. I am really afraid to take you to such a place. Can't we go with someone we know like? The hangar, don't talk about it. Vidhu, it is not good for anyone in our house to know about this trip. Okay, but did you tell them the plan for tomorrow's trip? Not yet. I am planning to tell them after going home today. Leave the bag and let's go to the canteen. Why? To look at the boy's face. I saw him coming in early in the morning. However, when I remember what happened yesterday, I don't even feel like going to the canteen. Those boys don't care. And are you planning on hiding forever? Kiara and Vidusara strolled into the canteen with their hands intertwined, sat next to Kavisha and Amanda, but Kiara just raised her head and tried not to look at Arkesh, thinking they would laugh at her. She avoided Akesh's eyes as well. In the meantime, Kiara received a phone message from Arkesh and reading it, Kiara felt sad for Arkesh. The message read, "Can't you smile at me for once, Kiara? Thinking of making a joke?" Kiara sent a sticker with a smiley face on it and looked at Arkesh, wondering what his reaction would be. Arkesh looked at the phone and showed it to Kiara as if to say great. Kiara smiled in response and asked, "Are you okay now?" Arkesh nodded his head and turned his attention back to his friends, thinking about how they would react if they saw the interaction between them. Time passed quickly during the teaching hours and the children started flocking to the canteen again during the breaks. Once again, Vidusara called her friend and said, "Kiara, like a good child, rethink about tomorrow's trip one more time, girl. Thinking about what might happen if something bad happens to her friend because of that trip. I am afraid to Vidhu, but you are more afraid than me. Aren't you afraid, girl? You say yourself that you have something to do with that house. Knowing that, you try to go there, even if there is a problem. It is far away. Kiara, don't try to run to the problem. Wait for the problem to come to you. Maybe it will not reach you and go away. I understand what you're saying, Vidhu, but what if the problem is so confusing that I can't solve it after waiting for it to come to me? Listen, Kiara, you still don't understand clearly what the problem is. At least wait until you understand that. If you are so afraid, I will go alone. Vidhu, I can't wait as long as you say. Wow, well said. Kiara, you are very stubborn sometimes. Come on, will you stop giving me lectures and go eat? I am very hungry. No matter what, I need to eat and drink well, in case I have to carry you tomorrow. Yes, yes. I am afraid that it might be the other way around, as you are already afraid. Pawan saw the two friends coming to the canteen with a smile. Hey bro, Akesh. These two girls are always chirping whenever they don't work. If they don't work, they stand aside and chat. Why can't they just hang out like us? He asked, looking at the other friends. Not like us, just like you. Don't you know that everyone else has a private life, even though you don't have it? Don't I have one too? Why is that? I don't know, bro. Go home and ask your mother. Just as you have no sense of shame, you might be missing that too. Looks like I've been born with a lot of things lacking. Sometimes I feel sad about myself. From the moment Kiara and Vidusara came to eat, Kiara heard the noise of Arkesh and others. Wonder who's the bait today? Arkesh looked at Kiara and asked, "Why are you late?" Kiara immediately replied, "Just," and took the phone and wrote, "How is your hand now?" and sent it to Arkesh. Seeing Arkesh reading it and then jotting down something, Kiara looked at Arkesh and at the phone from time to time, wondering when she would receive his message. "The arm is very good now. The stitches were cut yesterday afternoon. Now I can hit about 10 people at once without any problem." Kiara read the message and looked at Arkesh as if to ask, "Are you crazy?" If Kiara keeps sending messages, the food will be untouched. "Just a second, Mum. I'm eating." Everyone finished eating and returned to the classroom when they saw Saranga coming. As soon as they left Saranga class, all the boys gathered around one table as usual to wish them a happy weekend. Seeing some standing on the chairs and some standing on the tables, Kavisha said, "The evening musical event is about to start. Today is Friday, Kavisha. They will only meet again in 2 days, so be patient." I could have been patient, Amanda, if they would have at least sung a song to listen to. "That's true," said Kiara. She took a chair and sat on the other side, so that the 4 friends gathered around one table as usual. As Arkesh was sitting like that, Kiara saw that she could see him directly and thought, "I don't know if he will think that I sat here on purpose after singing a couple of songs that were difficult to listen to." Carlum suddenly got up and waved his hand like a microphone to start the announcements. "Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite our eternally reserved singer, Mr. Arkesh Githma, to please join me on stage," said Carlum. In the midst of whistles and shouts, "Are you crazy?" Arkesh asked and blamed Carlum. "Please tell me just one for today, bro. I haven't heard you sing in a long time. What is the meaning of that story, bro? Did he sing before?" "Yes, bro. He was a famous singer when he was in school." "Sahan, don't you start to?" Arkesh scolded his friends by saying, "Leave me be. If you say no, we will trouble Kiara." "What do you say? Are you trying to blackmail me now?" "No, bro. We sing songs every day. Tell me only for today. Don't think about those who are listening. If you thought like that, none of us would be singing." Looking for a way to escape from his friends, Arkesh also looked at Kiara, thinking that she was watching this nonsense. Kiara and her 3 friends could hear all of their conversations, but nothing happened. Vidusara said, "Today, Arkesh will not be able to escape. I was wondering if Arkesh will sing a romantic song or a love song. Both are the same, Amanda. Love is also in ballads." "Look, Vidusara, the things that Kiara knows. Who taught you these things? Was it Arkesh?" Kavisha asked, knowing about Arkesh and Kiara. Kiara, who was silent, looked at Arkesh and others because they were still arguing. Arkesh, who wanted to sing a song when he could not escape from his friends, searched for a song to sing because he had forgotten the lyrics of many songs. "I told you just now that I will sing only one song. Don't ask me to sing like that again." Okay, bro. We agree with all your conditions. Tell me now. We will give you music. Arkesh sang, "My heart loves you, but my lips are sealed," a popular SI Lankan song by the famous artist Irathni Pereira. Everyone in the class looked at Arkesh, who sang the song with a lot of emotion without batting an eye. "Amazing, bro. We didn't know you could sing so beautifully." Arkesh, who received many compliments from his friends, swiftly glanced in Kiara's direction, seeing Kiara looking at him with teary eyes. Arkesh smiled at her because he didn't think he could make her cry. Seeing Kiara's hand shaking, Vidusara held her hand, knowing that Kiara loved Arkesh very much, even though he did not give a firm word. "Enough for today, bro. If you sing any more songs, the quality of the song we just listened to will also be lost," said Sahan. Other friends who agreed with him were also ready to leave. Vidusara saw that Kiara forgot to get up from the chair she was sitting on and asked her, "Kiara, aren't you going home today?" She asked, "Let's go, Vidu, let's go," and looked at Arkesh again. Seeing her look at him, Arkesh asked why. Kiara shook her head as if to say nothing and left the class with Vidusara. After going home, Kiara started thinking about Arkesh. Realizing that her mind was completely owned by him, she thought she had to make a decision. On the other hand, Kiara felt fear when she realized that she was taking a decision and giving her consent to Arkesh, thinking that she can't forget Arkesh. Kiara thought that, first of all, she should find out about the house that is bothering her.